So over the holidays, like I mentioned, I did some office upgrades, and I bought a monitor using my um, Apple Card, and it didn't work. So I had to
Mhm.
take the monitor back. And what was puzzling, and I couldn't figure it out, and I kind of felt like the customer service reps were thinking I'm trying to pull a fast one
Mhm.
because the numbers didn't match.
Mhm.
The when I used my watch to pay for the monitor, the numbers, the last 4 digits were different
Mhm.
than on the actual card. So we've had to figure it out, took like 15 minutes. And they finally was just like, look, I was like, look, let me show you. Went through my Apple Card, showed them the date and the time and the amount that I
Mhm.
made the purchase, and it showed up on the transactions in my Apple Card. So they were like, I mean, it's here. You got the monitor, you got the actual physical receipt in addition to the receipt that we sent you through email. So
Mhm.
we're going to take your word for it. But I was still puzzled. It's like, that's not the number that's on my card.
Mhm.
And that's not the number that when I open up Apple Card and I click the card information, that's not the number on the card. So my tip for the week is one, be wary because in addition to your Apple Card having a number, there is a totally different number for when you put your phone on the thing to charge it with. There's a device ID that has a different four
Mhm.
numbers. And your watch, when you
Mhm.
pay something with your watch, it has a device specific ID last 4 numbers, right? So keep that in mind. And if you need to, especially with returns, Apple Watch, Apple Card, Apple Wallet, it's all dope when you get buy stuff. When you got to
Mhm.
take it back, this is when this stuff comes in. So again, be wary that when you make a purchase on your watch, when you make a purchase on your phone, or when you use the actual card, even though it's tied to the one account, they have device specific IDs, and a way to check for that. You can actually go in the wallet app on your watch and then scroll down to the very bottom past the transactions and click card information, and it will reveal your device specific ID that is authorized to actually make a charge on your account. Same thing with the phone. If you go into the Apple Wallet app, click on the card, click more information, it'll give you the credit card information, and it'll also give you the specific device ID for your phone as well. So that's my tip for the week. Just be wary when you're making Apple Card purchases,
Yeah.
because when you go to take it back, you will be kind of figuring out, well, which card did I use? When you're thinking it's just one, actually you're getting different numbers based on what device you actually used.
And this actually happened to me when I was making a purchase. I
Mhm.
was going axe throwing and they,
Mhm.
did my card and then they were like, "Wait, it didn't go through." And like axe throwing was like $20. And
Mhm.
it was like it's declined. And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how that's possible." And when I looked at their system and I looked at my card and sure enough, the last four digits that were on my phone were
Mhm.
not the same that were
Mhm.
in the when they did the card.
Yep, yep, yep. So be wary of that, especially like again, I'm a black man, and I'm returning this $500 monitor, and they're
Yeah.
looking at it as like, wait, that's not the last 4 digits. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, this is it. So I'm going through my phone, going through the
I'm not a
transactions.
flimflammer, I'm not a
Right. I'm not a
scammer. In
scammer,
holiday
especially
time, yeah,
in Atlanta, right?
yeah. Home of the
I'm
scammers.
right. Trust me, I'm not a scammer. Look, I'm holding my phone up, looking through they going through all my personal transactions because I'm trying to prove to them that I made this purchase on this
Yeah.
date for this amount and it's going to this account, even though the numbers don't line up. I even still left. It's like, man, I bet they think, oh, this brother's trying to get over on me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not a bad person. So then I made sure after I did a little research, I'm like, oh, that's why,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
my watch has a different device ID that's allowed to make purchases on the card, even though the card and the watch and the phone have different device IDs. So
Yeah.